Oh my
Still not a
gosh.
big deal though.
It's a great deal. What are you talking about?
So for everyone that's listening,
Oh my
online we're playing Monopoly.
Oh gosh.
People in the office, and it feels like some people it was their first time playing. You ever heard the saying like selling the farm for some seeds? Feels like there's some people that are making
Some really questionable deals.
Oh my gosh. You
I
know,
wouldn't
some
want-
people.
I wouldn't
Some
want
That was
to
a
do,
good deal
people-
because he will never pay rent in his life.
I wouldn't want to do any business with some of you guys watching the way that you handle this. Maybe you should read the book.
Some people
I'm
selling
an
properties
artist.
to get utilities.
Facts.
Oh.
Who sells railroad tracks for a monopoly?
What?
A railroad for a monopoly?
What do you mean? I was getting it.
But you don't even
No,
have...
you got a railroad,
Yeah.
but you sold a monopoly.
Yeah.
Like you can start building
Because I knew that he was never gonna let me have it.
But then
I
you
don't
make
know,
a
desperate times.
You
Mm.
make...
Alright.
I can always get another one.
If we don't hurry up and do this podcast, then we're not going to be able to see the ending. So,
Yeah.
okay, who are the players that are still in the game? So that the audience can vote. Maybe we should have live streamed it, the carnage. So we don't have the ability to do game night with them, with the fans yet, a live thing. Okay, so we have 911. How many properties do you currently have?
4, I think.
4 with how much cash?
I haven't done a bank's audit yet.
Okay, we're doing audited accounts.
We got the bank right here.
Okay.
As well.
Then we have UK, who's our banker.
Yeah.
Then we have you.
December, I got 2 monopolies on the same road. The most expensive street.
Yeah.
Technically, you don't because you still need that one green one.
Which no,
No,
it's
Yeah.
mine.
That one
Because I had
said-
one. The one he thought he had
Oh,
it, but
damn.
That one has it.
Oh,
And then what's your
damn.
cash? What are your cash projections?
Oh, I haven't audited, but it's a lot because I just got the bonus.
Oh, you just got free parking, so we put like 500.
Things
in
are
all our
looking up,
taxes.
baby.
And then left side you have what? 3 railroad tracks.
and a property, and I'm at 1.6.
That's pretty good. So she
Yeah,
has cash, but she has no upward mobility.
Get the 4th railroad.
So
That's what I'm.
I'm
going
currently
for.
I have 1 Monopoly, 2 pieces, a little bit of cash. I'm in the worst place to be in the game because I'm a player, but I'm not a big player yet. So I have to try to figure out who I have to wheel and deal with, and
I
then
don't know. You go.
You see what you're saying. I'm saying, leave the road. I'll get there.
and then we have Hugo. Hugo looks like she's mortgaging her last 2 properties in her 50 pula or $50
Talk
each.
to me after this.
Yeah. So they'll be mortgaging, and
She
then
needs
we
financial
have,
advice.
and then Sleepy's back. He's been on vacation. He just woke up.
He's the one who did the amazing deal for me.
Yeah, and because he just woke up, the deal was done while he was sleeping and sold the farm for some seeds. And sold everybody else out.
It's fine. He'll never pay rent.
So if we don't do the podcast, then we can't start. So Sam, 911, roll that track. Let's strap up.
Bad day at the office for me.
What's up, everyone? This is Devin Rich with the Unapologetic podcast, where we're here to forge, destroy, and kill. Whether you look at the business of entertainment and beyond, because now we are covering so many more things outside of the business of entertainment. But that is our major focus. And who are you?
I am your left side, even though I'm on the right.
This is true.
Yeah.
UK, what's up?
UK, hi. Glad to be here.
Okay. Hugo.
What's up, guys? I'm Hugo. I know you don't know me, but
Alright, go
you know me
Hugo.
now.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Calvin.
Mercy.
Hi.
We have 911.
Whoop.
And then we have Sleepy just because he's standing there for a
Even
moment.
sleepy.
Huh?
Okay.
Okay. All right, come on, hurry up. You're holding up the show.
I'm not interested.
That's good. No
That's
one's-
Today-
Simba.
Finally, for the first time, everyone's like, finally. He's not going to try to do an opening.
They know
bid.
me. They know who I am.
The first episode that
He was just
like,
so
remember the
jealous.
first episode, and I was like, you're like, what did he say? Like, hi, my name's
Kelvin
Kelvin Simba.
Simba,
I'm an
I'm
actor.
an
No.
actor.
He's like, what's happening?
What's
happening?
What's happening?
I'm bringing up
What's
what's
happening?
good, what's bracking, what's
What's
happening.
happening?
What's
happening?
What's
What's
happening?
happening?
What's happening?
What's
Sounds like
happening?
What's happening?
Sounds like a state. It
What's
sounds like a
happening?
city in
It's the old
Montana.
heads.
What's
Guys,
happening?
tell me in the
happening?
comment sections if you know where I got that.
What's
happening?
happening?
What's happening? That's so cold.
Sounds like
so cold.
sounds like a
Today we're
spaceship
talking about exploitation versus exposure.
Great. It's one of my favorite topics. Exploitation versus exposure. Let's dive into it. All right. So, business of entertainment. Artists all over the world, including myself at one point, trying to break into the business of entertainment. You're trying to create opportunities, and now you're like, okay, you finally get an opportunity, you're super excited, and then they're like, hey, but you're not going to get paid any money. Right?
Yeah.
So you're like, hey, it's a great opportunity. Maybe it's a good director, or maybe you don't have that much exposure already.
Yeah.
And now you're going to go take the gig. Your natural reaction to that is what?
At least I guess I'm working.
No, that's
Are
not
you?
the natural.
Oh,
Can you
for
tell
me-
network that we're in the middle of the thing? It looks like he's holding court for a congressional testimony. What is happening?
Is your
Okay.
natural reaction you're being exposed to something?
Absolutely not. I'm just, well, it depends on what it is. And it depends on the opportunity. Because if I can see that you're dumb, I'm just like, you better pay me for being dumb.
Okay. So what would you think?
I'm falling more on that. Also because some people who do get, like, who contract you, they say it's for exposure. You kind of look at whatever the type of gig it
It
is.
is, okay.
And it's like, but is the exposure from your gig worth it without any money?
So what do you think then exploitation actually looks like? Because obviously I said this thing before where it's like, I don't believe that even if you get exploited, you're getting experience, even in the exploitation. Like, you don't really know that you're being exploited if you've never had the experience of being exploited before.
Yeah.
So what is being exploited?
It seems like to me that it's one, I'd say it's personal to the person. It's personal to the person is mad, but
Massive
depending-
Rolodex.
Right.
Massive language.
We don't need to
Rolodex.
make it a whole thing. Then let's move on. This guy, man.
Wanna do a bit?
Because if it's me, and being an actor, like I've said before, I'm green in this universe, and I just want to be in the game. So you come up to me and you tell me you have lines, go do the thing that you say you want to do. Of course I'm in. But then if it's somebody else, maybe you, and then you've had all these gigs, you have a price, and now you can be like, no, I have a value proposition. If you get me, you're getting this and this and that. You'd be exploiting me, and that's not cool.
Right.
Yeah, it depends. I think I would say in summation, it depends on where you are.
Okay. What about you?
What was the question?
What do you view as exploitation?
Yeah.
I feel like there's more downside for me doing whatever job it is than there is upside. Because
Okay.
because
That's
not
interesting.
necessarily that, because if we're talking about exposure, then we already know that there's no monetary value.
Okay.
But there's value in other things,
Yeah.
right? So it's like, if I take that value and add it into the upside, then it's like, okay, fine, then I can do this. This is why I'd be like, okay, I'll do it for exposure. But if the downside outweighs the upside, that's why I'm like, no.
So what do we look at? Like, I guess it depends on maybe where we are in our careers, because it's like, if nobody knows who you are,
Yeah.
somebody comes and says, hey, I have this play I'd like for you to be in, we're gonna sell tickets. Nobody knows who you are, this is a great opportunity. Are you taking that for no money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
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 That's interesting.
I think it depends, because like I had said, because there's some things where it's like the only lesson that you're getting from that particular experience is that you're being exploited.
What if the director's done other things?
Okay, if that's
So like, let's say that like I'm a director for television
Yeah.
and I'm doing a play, but I'm not gonna pay you because nobody knows who it is. Are you still being exploited?
okay, no, then that's a different story.
Why is that different?
It's different because you're gaining actual knowledge, experience from somebody who's been in the game in comparison to somebody who does. Like, it's like being hired by somebody who just started directing
Okay.
like a year ago.
But what if you just started acting a year ago? Right? Like, where do you where do we draw the line of like, okay, but because like, do you count as like me going to school? Is that experience? Like, is that the experience that you bring to the table? Is I graduated from this school and then that's why I should be getting paid? Like, I think that's the thing because for artists, it's like, how do you really value what being exploited is if you've never actually been exploited? That's the only way to know, because there's so many different ways to be exploited, unfortunately. But I feel like, I mean, early on, I remember I look back and I was like, I did so many shows, like what we call black box theater shows, which are like these 50-seat and below theaters shows, and we would be doing rehearsals for like 3 months, and we get paid maybe like, you know, 300 pula, 400 pula, which is like, you know, $50 at the end of the run.
Yeah.
Feels very exploitive to me, right? But when you're still trying to get your fins wet.
Okay, let me give an example.
I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. Now, there was no other upside outside of me just staying in the pocket. So that I can hopefully have more.
Yeah. Let me give a diabolical example.
Girl.
So, girl. Okay, so I feel like I've been exploited from going to a certain university where I was taught certain things. And I'm coming to the job and I'm realizing they didn't teach me anything. And I'm like, wait a minute, wasn't I supposed to pay for knowledge?
Right.
See, but then in that example, in that scenario, they're having an inside thing.
Yeah.
But in that example, it just got me thinking: doesn't the exploitation in itself become exposure? Because now you know what exploitation is to you, and isn't that valuable? Because before you were just in school and you don't know these things, but now you're on the ground going through the thing, and you know you gained a lesson.
But what is the exposure that you're getting?
That I got
The lesson
exploited.
For 4 years?
Yeah, clearly.
4 years feels wild. 4 years feels...
That means you're not learning. You are a slow learner.
Like the whole 4 years.
Like you needed 4 years to realize I was getting exploited. Like, it feels a little bit like, is it the school's fault? Like, did the school ever change? Like, did the school ever say that it was going to be something that it's not already? It seems like it's like, yeah, but that's you. Right? Because it's like, if I know that I'm being, like, that's the weird thing. It's like, okay, so I know that I'm being exploited. I know that I'm not learning anything. Can't wait to show up tomorrow to do the project. It's kind of like, well...
For them at that time, it felt like they were learning something.
When did it feel like
but
that?
Then when they met a certain someone who opened their eyeballs, it seemed different.
Okay.
It helped that this certain someone arrived and like talked to people that helped them.
So that was the exposure, basically.
That was
Okay, so that's the exposure. So you can make the argument that without the exploitation of the school,
we wouldn't
know.
You wouldn't be able to recognize the exposure.
we wouldn't. We
That's what I'm saying.
potentially we wouldn't be doing some of the things that we're doing now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is what we're saying.
Would say pretty good.
So be exploited for 4 years and hopefully something good happens.
I'm so happy it was fun.
End of the podcast.
But
we did it.
let's listen though.
Wow.
You know, when you say this, it's not as easy. Also, as a thinking of it from their point of view as a student, it's like I've put all my eggs in this basket, bro. It's like, okay, cool. I see that I'm being exploited. What do you want me to do? Leave? This is what I want to do. Now I'm gonna do what, engineering?
But yeah.
Oh, it's like I just ran away from science.
Bro, I just ran away from science. What do you want me to do?
Yeah,
I have to
science.
run away again?
Yeah, you want me to hope for the best? Just go back because it's like, these people.
For me, it's more the sense I'm already here, get land.
Yeah, exactly. I'm already here. Let's hope
This
for
like,
the
do I
best.
run away again?
That's true.
When does the running away stop?
That is true.
Yeah.
I wish
It's
I
not as
had.
easy.
I wish I had university jokes to tell. Oh, you guys are doing university bits? What it's like to be in university?
Uni bits.
You guys got uni bits?
We are uni
It
bits.
must be units.
Not to be confused with qubits.
Yeah. Gosh, such a science thing.
Some units.
That's cool. You guys got little university bits happening, like little inside universities. You guys trying to make a joke, like, you didn't go to
It's
university.
not that deep. That's not what we're saying.
So that's
Then
funny.
how was
Yeah, I know. It's like,
Then how
To
was
do the
university?
class.
Oh, wait.
you know, when I went from one class to the other, you know, and I did the thing. I just wanted to be a boss.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, no, we know what you mean.
You know what I mean? I waited for my results for the test. It's not it. You know what I mean? Exams and stuff.
Nah, but you're living, you know, real life
Yeah, I was getting exploited on the outside.
And now you're here, so what's
But I was getting great, but the exploitation for me, I was like, yeah, but at least I'm learning.
Yeah.
At least I'm in the game. Because I'm like, the
Exactly.
problem is, it's like, what's the alternative? I just sit at home?
Yeah.
I'd rather at least be doing somewhere and trying to figure out how to make this better. Like, I remember I was doing like music videos, like background for music videos, for like these unnamed artists, and you'd be there for 14 hours, 14 hours, you have to like jump in a pool at like 4 in the morning, and they're like, hey, here's $50 at the end of the night, and you're like, bruh, this is tough sledding. But I'm like, what else could I do? I'm just sitting at home.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like, and if you don't have all the pathways into the industry, you just take anything.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, there's a big difference in work exploitation, sexual exploitation. That I feel like is a little bit easier to identify pretty quickly. Like, even now, it's like, you know, you'll look at something, if you see like, hey, there's some type of sexual, you know, whatnot in it. It's like, how does this really drive the story? Like, does it really drive the narrative of the story? Does the character arc actually change because of it? Or are we just doing it because we want some type of shock factor? But when it comes to the work side, I just feel like, I don't know, for younger artists, I don't know I don't know how you ever avoid that. Because even if I pay you a little bit, like, because then what you're saying is, I'm not getting paid. Okay, I'll pay you $10.
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, but you were gonna do it for free. Now I'm paying you $10, and you're like,
Plus, I get it from the business owner's point of view, because I remember early on when I was still fighting with the decision of leaving law school and coming here, or just staying there, and I was like, listen, and I remember I wanted some security, some sort of security. Yes, a safety net before I like
a fallback.
Yep. And I'm like, hey, please, I mean, if you could just give me a job. And you're like, bruh, okay. I remember we had this conversation where you said you'll come, if you come work, it'll be more of an internship thing for some time, because let me tell you what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna pay you to teach you some stuff.
Yeah.
And that makes so sense. It's like, you're learning, you don't know anything about this, and now you want me to pay you on top of that.
So I'm supposed to take a job that I would be paying a professional to do.
Yeah.
And instead of paying the professional to do the job, I'm supposed to take you who's never done the job and pay you what a professional would get paid, so that I can take time away from the job that I'm doing to teach you.
Imagine.
And then a lot of actors are like,
That's exactly what I'm saying.
like, what, you have a problem with that? You don't love that? It's not a good deal for you? It's like,
how can you not love this idea? It's brilliant.
But that's,
tell me how much you love it.
and the problem becomes with that, it's like, even for you as an artist, again, like, what is your NIL worth? What's your name, image, and likeness worth? So if you're coming to a project and you're like, I feel like I should be getting paid X, Y, and Z, it's like, well, you can feel however you want to get paid, however, you're worth what you're offered.
Yeah.
And your work and what you do is tied to usually the value that you're bringing to the project. So if you don't have a name that's going to draw in numbers, what am I marketing? Because I'm creating you.
Facts.
You're getting more exposure by working with this network than I'm getting with working with you. Because it's the network's name, it's not your name and then the network. Right? So I think that maybe for conversation, like, how do you then quantify the exploitation aspect of, okay, they're saying school, so for you guys are saying this said school that I won't say the name of on the podcast, right? That's the first school in the country.
Oh boy. I don't know, if you're still in school, you might be in trouble. I don't know how to tell you.
Well, unfortunately, I don't care.
please.
I'm more worried about them.
What are you saying, that if they spoke their mind, that they would be, what would happen to them?
They might be.
Clearly.
They cannot expel me.
They can give you a hard time though.
They're already giving me a hard time.
Choice argument, what are you still doing there?
Well, here's the funny
in all
thing is,
fairness,
like, I left the conversation, you guys just had to dive right back in, because now you guys are talking all about it.
No, you started name dropping,
in
okay?
all
All I
fairness,
said was a
I'm
first
left
school
with 3 months. So it's like if I leave,
Oh
then
yeah,
it's like
that's your final semester.
Yeah, she's
might
like
as well
2
just
months.
finish it and then be like,
Might as well burn
"Here,
it all
Mom.
down.
Here you go, Mom. There's the
Be like
degree you
Baby D.
wanted."
Will you be like Baby D emotionally? Emotionally, she'll be like Baby D, not actually like Baby D, where she actually likes
Yeah,
the whole
like
place
just
on
Brian.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
We do
We're
not.
not. No.
Yeah.
We do not subscribe to
If she
that.
does that, that's not us.
We don't want arsony, guys.
Yeah, we're not arsonists, but emotional arsonists.
Yeah. But let me not say my plans for this semester.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
The people might be watching this.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, that's true. They'll
Yeah.
watch it so that they can be like, oh, it's so terrible.
Yeah,
Can't wait
Yeah.
for
please
next
do
episode.
that.
Oh my gosh. When does
Subscribe,
the next one
In order for them
comment.
to watch it, they would have to have subscribed.
Yes. Please, please, please.
Thanks for the support.
Is that my daughter?
Comment about how bad it is.
Yeah,
We need
yeah,
that
so-
bad PR.
I
You know
know.
what? You
balance.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, and they're sitting there and he's smoking a cigar and drinking wine. What has he done?
Okay, let me
Hush.
stop, please.
Get 911.
So anyway,
Can we get out of this?
but for me, when it comes to what you call it, the school aspect of it and going into the world of work,
Yeah.
what comes to my mind is that with
Look at that
school,
man-child.
with
Look
school,
at that man-child over there pretending to build a company.
you see, the thing is with school,
to
it's
build a
more
business.
it's more theory, and then when
Shout
you go
out to
into
Baby
the
D.
when you go into the work,
All creations.
it's more practical.
Thank you. Shout out to you. You created this. This is for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
School is theory and work is practical. So it's the difference of taking something,
No, but
doing things on paper and then you're doing it in the real world. So can you really be exploited? Because now you don't know, you just know like what you were being taught in school, like 1 + 1 is this and this. But then to put it into practice, I have to teach you that on the ground.
but then there's a middle ground that you're missing
How's that?
because
They need to
in
make that baby lighter.
in
No.
Yes.
This is what I look like in the
in
summer.
in
That's
in
not just
theater,
kids.
like school theater, right?
Guys.
You do learn practically,
Oh.
Yeah.
right? It's not just theoretical, but it's in favorable. It's like when you're shooting
Mm.
and you're shooting indoors, you can control the elements, right?
Yeah.
So it's like
Day for night, yeah.
yeah. So it's like you are doing practical work,
Mhm.
but they are controlling all of the elements of the practical work. So in a realistic setting, that is not what happens because
In the real world.
yeah, that's not what happens.
That's different. I hear you.
So it's like you do have an experience of what it's
Yeah.
supposed to look
Right.
like, but then you get to the real thing,
And then it's like, this is not anything. And now
Yeah.
and then I think for so long you're like leaning on, this is what I know. And then the other people are like, but this isn't how it works. And you're like, well, because then in your mind it's like, but there's no way I just went to school for 4 years to learn it like this.
yeah.
And now you're telling me that it's like this. Because now,
It's giving Plato's allegory of the cave.
facts,
Yeah.
That's what it's giving.
right?
Yeah.
It's giving very Plato's allegory of the cave.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm going on a whole
Versus
rant about how
perception.
they literally taught me about photography, and I only touched the camera twice.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
When you have to like Google where the buttons are.
Yeah.
And you're like,
And then
you've
you're
been
like,
there
And
for
we
4
have
years.
to, label every
I
single
knew it,
camera.
I knew it.
I passed that test.
I posted as well.
Yeah,
But this is an interesting thing because that's even for that, it's like there's so many different layers of that because like as younger artists, especially if you're coming out of university, then it becomes like how realistic, how practical was what I learned in university and to being able to apply it to the real entertainment world. And then the question then becomes, if you had a different entertainment economy, would that force the university to change the way that they're teaching you?
oh, definitely.
Because they would have realistic benchmarks
Yeah.
right outside their front door to be able to say you can't do it like this. Because they're coming in and they're going up. But if you don't have a thriving entertainment landscape yet, your most practical opportunities are in school.
Yeah.
Then when you come out of school, it's realistic to not work for years, right? And then when you're going to other places, rather that's in other places in Africa or Europe or the US, now all of a sudden you're like, what is this? What do you mean I have to have headshots? What do you mean I have to have this? And then you feel like you're getting exploited there. Like, but do we really have to have that? Because if I needed that, I would have known that we needed that because I was in school for 4 years.
Ooh, that's dangerous. Being taught by somebody who doesn't think you can monetize the things that we're teaching you here. So then I'm just going to teach you a bunch of basic things here and there to pass the time, if that's the case.
That's what it's giving. I'm not
That's what
saying
it's
that's what it is.
giving.
I'm just saying because I never been to
Ooh.
university. But I'm just imagining.
That's what it looks like.
I'm just imagining that if that was the case,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, we're just gonna kind of go through the T's and C's.
You're like, they're not going to use this anyway.
You'll never be it. You'll be a banker.
You'll be a bank or a masseuse somewhere.
And you'll never
somewhere.
have the opportunity to even see that a lot of this stuff isn't applicable.
I hear that. I hear that. And then, you know, till you die, you're like, oh my God, this is the best lecture I ever had. Only if I had opportunities.
Right.
I know they set me up for success.
And then the interesting thing is that you don't know an opportunity because you've never been trained to see what an opportunity even looks like.
Yeah.
So opportunities could be there, but then because you've never been taught how to even identify an opportunity, then all of a sudden it's like you might have had a life where there's been several opportunities and you didn't even know that it existed. And I think I was telling somebody the other day, I was like, what made me most angry was not about missing an opportunity, but was not knowing that there was an opportunity to be had.
Yeah.
Like I would see somebody on TV and I was like, hey, this is like my comp. I didn't even know that there was an audition for this. Now I have a problem with it. But if I know about the audition and I decide not to go or I don't get it, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Because I made that decision,
You
right?
have the option.
But if I don't even know about it, it's like, so I'm not even in the game.
Yeah.
So then the problem is then from the exposure side or the experience side, it becomes now what do you look at as exposure? Like exposing you to what? Like what is the because I think it's a very fine line between exploitation and exposure, right? I've had some very recent experiences of feeling the same way, where I'm like, I've been doing this long enough, I'm not seeing the upside. For me personally, maybe I can make the argument that there's some benefits for one or two other people, but I'm having to do a tremendous amount of admin, and I don't get the upside. But I'll fight for the exposure. So I'll allow myself to be exploited because I can handle it, in the hopes that there is some exposure that comes of it. And then the hope is that once you get in the room, your acumen of understanding how to work a room will ultimately be your saving grace. But you would have to have been trained in that. So my next question is, what does exposure look like?
Go on. You can't keep doing this.
Just go,
It's not
PB.
sustainable. No.
Go on.
No.
Oh, guys.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. As you're talking, I feel like I'm starting to have like an alternative way of looking at exposure also, because okay, I'm thinking of it in two ways. So exposure is I'm being put out there so that other people, companies, brands can see who I am and get to know me,
Okay.
which opens up the door for many more opportunities for me, right? So that's how I'm looking at exposure on one hand. On the other hand, Jesus, why did you say something? I lost my train of thought.
Oh.
I'll put a pin in this. Speak.
It's all
I
going
promise
great.
you, we have a very good relationship. You know,
Yeah,
we're okay.
We're all wildly happy.
We're all one unity, am I right?
We're all about unity.
Yeah, that's what we're all about, unity.
In bits.
We're gonna ride. Unity and bits.
Unity in bits. Unibits.
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 Exposure. Exposure, after what we just said, that's just so
Who's
mad
we?
at me. After
Are
what
we
we've just
French?
been, oh my days, listen, I'm in trouble.
When I
Based
remember-
on,
When I remember what I wanted to say, you should shut up.
I will shut up immediately.
Facts.
Ooh, that's what. Based on what we've been saying, exposure then to me would be
That's it.
learning what you're doing is in line with what's going on in reality, on the ground, in the line of
Okay.
work which
Okay.
you're going to be in. That's exposure.
Okay.
Yeah.
UK? What's exposure for you?
For me, exposure, it could literally be gaining, like, sure, I don't get money, but if I get opportunities, if I'm pushed further into the world of everybody else. Like if I get let's say I don't get anything, but I'm introduced to a musician or I'm introduced to someone else. Sure, I'm not getting monetary value, but I'm getting something more substantial. So I'm okay. I'm good.
You go.
I would say exposure is gaining knowledge and contacts, as well as, I don't want to say influence, but I guess that's part of it. But yes, knowledge, information, contacts, influence.
All right. I mean, yeah, I look at exposure as access to anything that I already don't have access to.
Yeah.
Like it's for me, it's just, and again, that could be, it's very broad. But the reality of it is, for me, it's like, if somebody can come in and show me more, then that's exposure.
Yeah.
Right? Because now I can have a different experience. That means I can have a different worldview. The more that I experience, the more questions I have. The more questions that I have, the more I'll be able to prompt deeper, more meaningful conversations. The more I'll have a deeper understanding about what I want and where I want to go.
Yeah.
As opposed to exploitation, which can potentially show me things that I didn't know, but don't highlight where I'm actually trying to go.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So I may have a vision about where I'm trying to do something. You may come in and say, hey, we want you to do said gig. We're not going to pay you anything, and you've already performed at the venue before, and all the people that are coming to the venue already know who you are.
So what are you giving?
I'm like, okay, well then outside of me just wanting to perform, but then you'll make money, right? You'll get to say that you directed this project that I'm in. You'll get to say that you produced the project. You'll get to put me on all the marketing materials. You'll get to, your cachet of what you're doing, who you're working with might go up. So your upside, and so I think that in some people, that's how they weigh it. Like they might say, oh yeah, I'm getting exploited, and then as the value proposition keeps going, it starts to feel like, oh no, this is actually more exposure than it is exploitation. And then likewise on the other side, you might start to say like, oh damn, this is great exposure. Then as you start to get more experience in the exposure, you're like, it's starting to feel like I'm being exploited. So it's almost like they're on this very interesting balancing scale where you take something on and put something off. So I don't necessarily think it's completely black and white.
Okay, but with that thought, actually, so wouldn't exploitation be insanity? So basically doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting to keep growing, but you're not growing.
Expecting different results.
Yeah, and you can exploit yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? Because it's like, so much of this industry is reliant upon your growth, the people that you're around to do certain things and to say certain things, to teach you certain things. But again, who am I surrounded by that are going to expose me to more?
Yeah.
And I think now everyone walks around with a supercomputer, so I feel like it's a little bit challenging to sit there and go, I didn't know that more could exist. And it's like,
you got all the
you were never
information
curious enough at any point to just type in something random and hear a different point of view. Never. It was only just like doom scrolling. You know, and I can remember certain times in places throughout my career where I was like, yeah, this is very exploited, but I was like, I gotta do it. I was like, I need some cash.
Yes, yeah.
I need the cash. So I gotta go on the ride. Because there's always somebody there that's willing to finance the exploitation. Right? And that's part of the business. The problem is that some people, you just stay stuck in that and you never grow and have upward mobility, and then you become bitter and it's like, oh, the industry's all like this, and it's like, well no, you just kind of stayed the same. So you kind of have to like build and grow and scale and sometimes that means you're going to grow out of what you were already able to do. Now you can't do it anymore. You know, what are our thoughts?
I'm thinking along those lines. It also comes at a price of when you're doing a job, because you're like, I can tell it's exploitation. It also becomes, for as much as I'm going to allow myself to be exploited, how much of myself and my craft am I willing to compromise to be in this place of exploitation. Because then it also becomes how sustainable is what I'm trying to do, because that's essentially why we would do jobs for exposure, or allow ourselves to do jobs for exploitation. So it becomes how much of myself and my craft am I willing to compromise.
So let me ask you a question. Is it exploitation if a company comes to you and says, "Roy, I'm going to pay you $10,000. Okay? Would you take that?
Well, oh, go
For
ahead.
what?
I want you to perform. Would you take that $10,000?
Yeah.
Okay, would you take it?
It depends. Now, like from what she's saying, to add on to that a little bit, and maybe I misunderstood, but it took me to a place. Well, you can say you're paying me 10,000, and like, okay, cool, that's a hefty amount of money. I could do something with that. Cool, I know that I'm being exploited, but
Well, why are
the
you
deal,
being
the deal,
exploited? How do you
because
know
I'll
you're being
be,
exploited? I haven't said anything.
let's say there's in a situation where maybe I am being exploited.
Okay, how would you think the exploitation, what would that exploitation look like?
What would that exploitation look like? Maybe you're gonna make millions off, and I'm just getting.
Okay, so if I make 10 million and you get paid 10,000, am I exploiting you?
Yeah, you could be.
How?
Oh my god. Just
What
give
if
me.
you're one of the minor characters? So
But you're all you're doing now, you're using an emotional argument. Like, oh my guy, like that's not a business argument. Because now what you're saying is, I put no money in, I've invested no money in,
But I'm the lead.
but you're the lead.
Yes.
And what does that mean? Does anyone know who you are? Do you have a name?
I'm the lead, and
Do
I
you-
did
do
so
you have a-
good.
Do you have a name? No. Do you have a name? Like, are you with your name on the billboard?
And
Do you bring in more people?
Are you the reason why people are coming? Are people coming specifically to come and see you because you're in it?
Nah.
So how are you being exploited?
Because my image was on it. You used my because I looked good on the poster. You're putting it everywhere. I want to see that.
They want to see the title. But are you following what I'm saying? Like this is this is part of the argument.
Yeah.
This is the overall argument of what gets so many artists in trouble.
Yeah.
Because you're like, well, I feel and I want to believe, and it's like, and what? Nobody knows who you are. You're not driving numbers. You're not the reason why people are coming.
Yeah.
You're a part of it. Be excited to be part of it, and then do good, and then hopefully in the next contract you've done enough work to build your brand. You take the money, you build a brand, you start to hold yourself in a certain manner. You start to do things. Then when we come for another contract negotiation, now you've done something.
Yeah.
But you can't just come and say like, oh, well, I feel and I want and I like to believe, and it's like, that's not show business.
That's not show business.
And there's somebody, and they'll just say, move out of the way. And
Somebody
then,
else. Yeah.
And then you'll sit at home talking about, oh, I was being exploited for 10,000, and you'll be sitting at home.
Oh, being right.
Because
Stuck in your
the
rightness.
truth of the
Right or
matter
happy.
is, there's so many other good-looking people out there. There's so many talented people out there. I've listened to Denim's stories about being in audition lines that are wrapping around the buildings, and every other person looks like they could be your cousin.
Yeah.
So,
That's my code.
you know.
You're going to a casting call,
Yeah.
and you're like, there's definitely cloning centers. Because
Why do we all fit the profile?
where are all these people coming from? I could
And why do
travel.
we all look so alike?
I could travel around the country for 20 years
Yeah.
and never see somebody else that looks like me until I go to a casting office. And all of a sudden you're like, where did you, like they just pulled them up like carrots out of the ground for these
Yeah.
auditions.
Yeah.
But that's the reality. And I had that. Like I remember getting some of my first early paychecks to do a thing. And I was like, what is this? And I look at my manager looked at me like, yeah, it's tough. And it's like, well, we have to negotiate for more. And they're like, we have no negotiation power.
Yeah.
Because then the network, or if you have a good agent, the agent will save you from yourself to go like, bruv, we don't have anything.
Yeah.
What should we leverage?
Yeah.
Nobody knows who you are. And I get it. I understand that you believe that you're in a different place. But the reality of it is you're right where you are. So just go and do the work, make the most of your experience, and hope that you do a good enough job, and hope that the people that you're working with will be able to elevate what you're doing so that you can start to build on a cachet. This thing is a rollover. It's compounding interest. This is not a once-off.
Yeah.
You're not going to hit your retirement on your first job.
True.
And it seems like that's what a lot of people want to do. Like, they want to get their first job, be like, well, on to retirement. And it's like this whole life is about compounding interest. Am I making more today than I was on the last gig? And if I'm not making more on this gig, are the people that I'm working with better in this project than the people that I was working with last time? It's easy to benchmark.
True. Ish. But then, let me just go with the thought and then see where it's going. Because as you're speaking, I'm thinking, what if you as the artist are not having the mindset that I'm being exploited, I'm going out there, I'm just starting out and I want to do everything. They offered me 10K, great, let's see what it is. This looks like maybe it could be something. But then maybe you don't interrogate it enough, or whatever the case may be. You're being paid, you're not thinking about exploitation, being exploited.
So you're being
and
paid.
then yeah, and then when it's out, the thing bombs, and it bombs terribly. Is that still a good thing? Like, it bombs terribly such that it's so much so that all the other people in this scenario, everybody in that production is like almost blacklisted for how terrible this thing is. So
It's entertainment. People's movies.
showbiz.
Yeah, people's movies bounce. Like, you want guarantees.
Yeah.
It's like you want to walk into a thing. Would you expect in no other job, right? Like, there's certain things that I think are interesting in entertainment that you never ask for in any other job. You're like, I want guarantees that I'll always be here. Well, no, you wouldn't do that in any job, right?
That's true.
I want to get paid more for the experience that I don't have. Something that you would never ask for in any other job, right? You would never walk into a job where the boss is like, what makes you qualified? You would never say, well, I believe that I type really fast.
Yeah, no.
Right? You would never do that.
Yeah.
But because it's entertainment and there's a form of you that still thinks that it's playtime,
Yeah.
that it's just for fun, you take all those characteristics and do the same thing.
Yeah.
That's part of the problem.
Yeah.
Because we don't take it seriously. We don't treat it with the same level of professionalism, with the same way that we would approach any other corporate job. Because here you're like, well, we're just playing. Okay, come on, it's just acting. All we're doing is get a script, we do the thing, we just do it. But you would never do that for anything else. You wouldn't go be a doctor and be like, dude, just use a stethoscope. You know, I played with a stethoscope once.
That's exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
even if your initials are PhD
Okay.
ODR.
or DR.
Okay.
Subscribe. We should have Baby D as a doctor. What kind of doctor do you think I would be?
Plastic
A
surgeon.
Bits doctor.
I'd be a plastic surgeon?
Yeah, honestly.
Plastic surgeon.
What kind of
Why?
doctor? What
That seems very
what kind of
grounded.
doctor would you? What kind of doctor would you think I would be?
A doctor in Bits.
Bit doctor?
Bit
Dr. Bit?
Dr. Bit.
Okay, so he's now I want to say plastic surgeon. UK, what kind of doctor do you think I would be?
Plastic surgeon.
Neuro.
A neurosurgeon?
Surgeon. Because of your interest in the brain and the smarts
As a
and how
doctor,
people
I
think.
think that not opposed. I would think that you'd be like a psychological doctor, like a therapist or one of those, or a
I could
psychiatrist.
see that.
That's
Okay.
more. That makes more
I
sense.
think pediatric surgeon.
Pediatric surgeon.
Kids?
Yeah.
Really? Why? That's very specific.
Because
Not the
because of the way he's always so passionate about like the causes of children.
Yeah, okay. So he is a
So I
philanthropist.
feel like it's one of those things where when you ask a doctor like, why do you do what you do, and then he'll be
okay.
like, because
She
I'm
landed
passionate
that plane.
about
Yeah.
Yeah.
helping
landed that
children.
plane.
Yeah, it's all for the
But
kids.
yeah, but I don't see him being like a regular pediatrician who's there like an MD, and the kids come in every day, then he checks, how's your fever, what yeah, I don't
Put a
see
lollipop in your mouth and stab you with
that. Yeah, so
some aluminum.
I don't see that, but I see him being the surgeon for the kids. Yeah.
I like that. I never thought of that.
What do you think, though? From all these what.
Well, that's interesting. I never thought
That's
about that.
interesting, yeah.
I probably would have been. Thought I would have been a psychologist.
It's like so she was close.
I thought that, but I do like the thing. Plastic surgery is diabolical.
Bro, why? That's the
Have you
most,
met me?
bro.
So funny.
I don't really like cutting people open. It's just not a thing for me.
Exactly. Plastics don't really do a lot of cutting like that.
They do. They're breaking noses and cutting
Reconstructing
Like
them.
cutting open bodies
guts
and
and
putting-
blood and all the.
adding silicone inside there.
A lot of.
How do you think
blood.
they get the plastic
How
inside
do
your
they get
body?
the plastic in the
Well, it's
body?
not by osmosis. Where you just sit close to
Let's
it long enough.
osmose the plastic.
Yeah, like if you just get close enough to the mask, you know. No, like in face off, where they have to like do taking the face.
I imagine
It's all bloody,
the amount of time because the detail. Because then you have to look like you haven't
I don't
been.
want to like break bones and oh gosh, like I cannot do the whole thing.
I hear you.
But I would do the PDR because you feel like there's upside. Like you're like, hey, we're saving the future here.
Yeah, I hear that.
But I would be a controversial.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, 'cause
It would-
like, what are you feeding your child? Let's get into the kitchen.
Oh
I
boy.
don't. Are we allowed to mention shows? I don't know if you've seen this show. Okay, I haven't seen it. I've just seen clips. But like, if you guys have watched House,
Oh, House. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, House. Yeah,
Yeah.
love it.
yeah,
Facts.
I feel like you'd be more along.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
agree.
Oh,
100%.
hippie house.
Because he's like a psychologist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also does the thing.
Okay.
Love that.
And there's also so much of it.
Yeah.
And instead of like the cane, I get to use bits.
Okay.
Like banter to put
Now
the kids
you
to
like
sleep.
you are doing so
I
well.
think this is a bit much.
It's
So
a bit much.
Yeah.
We've got a bit too far.
Yeah. Let's
Not the puns.
let's dial it
Not
back
the
a
puns.
bit. Let's dial it back a bit.
We've got a bit over the top.
So while we're dialing it back and coming back down, don't forget to bite the wine.
Facts. Let's do
And
it.
everybody
Can
figure
we do a
out-
commercial bit? Do we have commercial bits?
Just for a bit.
Pack it
Yeah,
up.
just for,
Pack it up.
just for a little bit.
Put all your bits into the
Guys, I
dog
promise you
bag.
no one is laughing.
Buy some dirty cigars, guys.
They're just looking at
Check
us.
out,
Guys, you think we're funny?
check out our Jaka
feel
Jaka
like-
bags in many different styles, many different colors. You can find us on our website, find us on Instagram.
I don't think I buy it.
Unapologetic merch.
Don't forget to get the merch. There's new merch coming out soon
It'll
that
be
you
out-
guys will love.
It'll
Alright,
the unapologetic merch will be out in a bit.
Also check out Denim's books on our Patreon.
Yeah.
Opulent artist, mastering your mind.
And if you have a bit more time.
Guys, listen. No, stop.
Okay, guys, can we calm down a little bit?
Oh my gosh, the audience is probably like, bro, turn it
Just
down.
try to turn off this. Just the wine. What's going on?
Yeah. Maybe they
guys.
had a bit too much wine.
Is this contagious? What's happening?
Oh
Guys.
my gosh, the bits have been not to be confused with Bitcoin.
Ooh, here's a plug that aligns to what we've been talking
Oh.
about. Back to business, back
Yeah.
to business. Because I gave that example.
Yeah, talk a bit more.
Okay,
Yeah,
alright.
too much cigar in there.
Guys.
Oh, go ahead.
I hope at least someone laughed as much as we did. Guys, do you find us funny? Tell us in the comment section. Tell us if you love the bits.
They
We'll
do
keep
love
them
it. They always
coming.
say hashtag more bits.
Lovely.
Oh
We
man,
love to see it.
especially the cowboys because they ride horses with bits
Okay.
in their mouths.
Yeah,
It's a
the
bit. It's
bit.
called a horse bit. So that's why we say let's pull it back a bit. That's what we're doing.
I'm today years old.
Yeah, you see. What do you have? You were gonna say something.
To speak to the experience thing we were talking about,
Yeah.
right? Like you were saying, I remember you told me some story about how is it jock where for the first year, what's going on the first year? Like there's sort of like an internship phase where you just
Yeah. So it's always about like the quality. You don't want people just to be able to come. Like we're doing leather goods.
yeah.
So you can't just come in and say, hey, I want to touch the bag and do things. You have to learn. It's like the same way that apprenticeships used to work back in the day.
Yeah.
If you wanted to be a tailor, you couldn't just say, I want to be a tailor and go and start making suits. You had to go and learn about fabric history. You had to go learn about needles and threads and understand about hand workings and trial and error because that was what made it quality. That's why it was a premium. But now, because of the way that so many people are doing things, everybody wants things instantaneously. If you're like, hey, you have to go intern for a year, they're like, I don't want to go intern for a year. I can go and do such and such online to be an influencer and go and do that instead.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the biggest thing right now, which is people are like, well, you're not going to exploit me because now everybody thinks that they should be getting paid for everything that they do when you're not weighing it versus the knowledge that you have. Like, I remember when I would go out, I would have certain mentors and I would take them out to lunch. They have all the money in the world.
Yeah.
I have no money.
Yeah.
Right? Like, there was times where I would be in lunch meetings and we have like parking meters and I couldn't afford to pay the parking meter, so I just had to eat the ticket. So there was like a time in LA where I had like 14 parking tickets. And those parking tickets were like $75 a parking ticket, right? And I remember I was taking one of my mentors out one time, and I was like, "Hi, these parking tickets got brought people. They didn't have $1 to put. I didn't have $1 in cars. I had no money, right?" But and also I was one of those people that was like, I don't want to break. Like, we're like deep in a conversation, and I'm like, I gotta go and leave and like go do the parking meter. It's like, who does parking meters? I do valet. And it's like, no, bro, I have no money, right? But then also I didn't want to like break up the conversation and have it be like, ooh, have I been talking to him for that long? We gotta go.
Yeah.
So I would just stay in the conversation and just deal with the parking ticket until one day I'm sitting there watching my car get towed.
Oh boy.
For expired tags and parking meters. I don't have anything. Now I'm really in trouble because I don't have tags for my car. I don't have money to pay the thing, and now it's in a tow yard. And right when it hits the tow yard, it's like $600 to get your car out, right? Yeah, talk about a situation. Talk about, okay, what do I got to do now to get this car out of here?
Sounds like you bit off more than you can chew, get in the car in the first place.
Yeah.
Just the last one.
Just a bit.
It's just a bit, a little bit over the top. It was a bit much. But it's one of those things where you try to weigh, like for me, I'm like, this feels like I'm being exploited, but I was like, but it's the knowledge. That's why I always say knowledge not applied is just entertainment.
Yeah.
Right? So that's all it is. So if you, like, even when people watch this, it's like, yes, we're entertaining, but we're also trying to, in between the bits, drive a narrative of a real dialogue. And if you look at it and all you're doing is getting entertained, then maybe that's our fault. But the reality of it is, you got to infuse. It's like, what can you do? How can you apply the knowledge?
Yeah.
How do you take this conversation and go, yeah, you know what? Maybe I should be looking at this situation where I might have been exploited. Maybe I'm looking at it in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Maybe it is explosion, because sometimes, like, I look at now exploitation, the way that I look at a lot of exploitation now is like, anybody that's doing something that they don't want to do, they feel like they're getting exploited. Like, I don't really want to do this job, but I'm doing it anyways, I'm being exploited. And it's like, that's not what exploitation means.
No.
Like, if we actually looked up the definition, can you look up the actual definition of exploitation, 911?
Yep.
Yeah, please. We had a BitCon. We had like a 1 minute bit off.
Yeah. And the big
Exploitation.
What is it?
The action or fact of treating someone unfairly in order to benefit from their work. Definition number 2.
Beneficent.
Yeah, definition number 2. The action of making use of and benefiting from resources. Let me see if there's a definition number 3.
So
what he's doing, fun fact, in Botswana, there's actually a law against you advantaging from someone's work and then not paying them. Like, there's a law against exploitation. Even if you made them sign a contract and you're like, ha, you signed the contract, got you, they can actually go back and view the contract and like, it supersedes the contract to be like, wait, at the end of the day, did they do work? Yes. And in most of the cases, people get roped into doing something and then they're not paid.
Right.
So it's like, did they do work? They did the work? Yeah. You didn't pay them? No, you can't advantage from someone's
But
work.
could you do that here? If I pay you $10,000, I make $10 million. What do you have? How are you being exploited?
That one's different, yeah. Because then you have an argument that I paid him according to the knowledge that he has.
Yeah, but you don't get, like, just because my company makes more doesn't mean that you get more.
Yeah.
You don't know what was going on in my.
Like right, like you you want to knock off at 5. I knock off at 12 in the morning every day, and you're like I should get paid equal to the same amount as you are, but you don't have equal the same amount of responsibilities.
It's like I sat in front of the camera.
You sit in front of the camera, and you're like I deserve, and it's like based upon what?
Yeah.
So I think as we kind of round off, I feel like for exploitation versus exposure, for any artist, I think that you have to weigh it against your own interests, but also be as non-emotional as you can be. Because I think sometimes as artists, we get so into our heads about what we believe something should be. I look at exploitation very much in the fact of like, if, in the same way that you kind of just mentioned it, if you sign a contract and tell me that nobody here is making money, and we're all just doing this together, and I get on board, and then I find out that everybody here is making money, and the reason why they made money is because I signed up on board. Now we have that's exploitation.
That's a different ballgame.
You've exploited me.
Yeah.
You've mined me to benefit everything else, right? So it's like, hey, I just want to practice. Hey, for my final exam, I have to go to a diamond mine and start digging, for diamonds. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. You can do that. And because I'm not in the country, maybe I'm gone, whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. And then I find out that you're running a diamond manufacturing center at the thing and selling the diamonds that you're getting. I was like, but that's exploitation, right? So I'm exploiting the things. Like, I feel like, for me, exploitation in a nutshell is like I'm misrepresenting what my overall intentions are.
Misrepresentation.
Right? So it's like it's from the top. Now, it doesn't mean that intentions and expectations don't change as the scenarios go on, but if I am intentionally going out of my way to deceive you,
that's a different ballgame.
Then I feel like that is exploitation.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? All right, do we have final thoughts? I did pretty good. I'll wrap this thing up quick. Yeah. All right.
Already final thoughts? Hey, but
Yeah,
we've talked about the thing.
Huh? Yeah, because I think they said they wanted me to do this one in like an hour. Because for the space.
Oh, okay.
Because now one said I can't just keep going and buying more terabytes. Terabits?
Terabits are smaller.
Terabits.
Those exist?
Yes.
Oh, how big is a terabit?
Bits of terror?
Terabits is smaller than a gigabyte.
Not to be confused with a garabit. Alright, so
He's not having it.
no, he's not getting it. He's like, we're talking about technology. This is very serious.
That's his.
Let's not do that.
Yeah. Let's take a small bite of that.
Okay, Apple.
Okay.
A bit of a bite.
Yeah, take a bit of a bite. Okay, final thoughts. Unapologetic takes.
He hasn't been here for a while.
Who's Sleepy? Sleepy, do you have something that you want to say? You want to add on to? Jeez.
He's asleep?
What? You about to finish your statement
I
and
said
then you
it.
just
You want to add on? You want to add on to the thing?
No, I learned a lot.
Alright. See, why did you go through all that if ultimately that's all you were gonna say? UK, your unapologetic take.
Well, clearly I have to learn what it is to either be exploited or just to be shown a whole new world. So basically,
A whole new world.
so you know what? Yes, that's my unapologetic take.
Okay.
I just need to be more vigilant.
Yeah. Now one.
Uh,
We wrapped this up so quick.
Very quick, yeah.
In 5
Thank you.
seconds. This was
Yeah.
a 5-second podcast.
This one should just go straight to YouTube and they'll be fine.
So we did this all for naught?
No, I'm joking.
Oh.
I was doing
It's
a
another
bit.
bit.
Oh, you did it. I don't like your
That
bits.
was a bit.
That was a bit.
I thought you went on board with the bits.
Yeah, it felt like
I'm
you
a
threw
bit
the bits
bored.
away.
Went on the bit
Okay,
board.
my
Yeah.
unapologetic take is good exploitation in the business world, not talking about the other nonsense.
Sexual exploitation.
Good exploitation may and can lead to amazing opportunities if you are willing to let it happen.
Okay. Right. Mercy.
I have a more of a psychological take. I think I would say
That's my area of expertise.
know
I'm a
yourself.
doctor.
I think it's important to
Dr.
to
Dion.
be very like self-aware like have a deep understanding of like, you know, your personal, I want to say boundaries, because okay, speaking from personal experience, I am someone who has a very high threshold for discomfort, and that often works against me. So I think you have to know your boundaries, your limits, because as much as you can learn and gain a lot of experience, expand your network, I think that there's also a psychological cost that can come with being exploited, that, you know, can be irreversible.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
You go.
Let me go on the left a bit. You have to be valuable to be exploited. If you're not valuable, you're not being exploited. You're learning. Thank you.
That's something. Simba.
Simba.
Help me.
Okay. All right. Be knowledgeable. It is the only way. It's the only way that you get to understand. You know, it's like be knowledgeable. Put yourself out there into the career that you want. It's the only way you can actually understand even more about when you get to recognize if you're being exploited or if you're gaining exposure. It's the only way you get knowledgeable. Period. Just learn. Yeah, about everything.
Okay, that's it.
Do more bits.
Yeah.
Laughter is the best medicine.
Be better at bits.
Be better at bits.
I think we're gonna do a bit boot camp for people that want to do bits in the workplace. We're gonna do office bits. We'll do car bits. We'll write
Did you
bits.
guys sign up
You know,
to be
if
on
you're
a
being
bit camp?
if you're being exploited,
We'll do exploited
you
bits.
know, and it hurts, just do bits.
Just do
It'll be
bits and makes you
fine.
feel better.
A
Alright,
bit off.
would you guys sign up for if we did like a bit off?
Yeah, for
I bite.
for
Gonna take a
fun.
bite?
For fun.
Like a bit off?
I'm not-
Can we do a live stream? Like it's like a comedy special, but it's a bit off.
Where we bite
Yes.
off more than we can
Where we
chew.
bite off more than we can chew. I thought of that the other day when we were driving the thing, right?
When we're talking about the Bitcoin.
Yeah, we were talking about Bitcoin. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that would be fun if we did a bit off.
Yeah.
And so you have like 15 seconds. You have to pick a topic and do like a bit on the topic. in
On the
15
top of your
seconds.
head.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Should we try it
Would
now?
it be like one person?
Right now.
Should we try it?
Wow.
Or people as a unit?
Huh?
Would it be one person or people as a
No,
unit?
it's like you have to be able to like it's like you have to have like a strong way with puns. Like right, like you have to
Your
you have to
name
be
embarrass
super
me.
strong.
I'm not
You have to be fantastic.
Yeah, you have to be very punctual, right? But I think that if we did like a 15 or like if you had like 30 seconds and you have to be able to land the bit in 30 seconds, could you do it?
I'm not very confident in myself.
Yeah.
Is
I'll do it for fun.
I'm not
Is
a
anybody
psychopath.
confident in here that
I'm
you
not
could
a
do that?
But we should try it out in the office. I'm not doing it in front of
Wait,
everyone.
CB, do you think you could do it?
No, we should have a try of it first.
Okay, now one, do you think you could do it?
What, dabbling off bits just to
Like a 30-second bit, like based off of whatever the topic is. Like if I was like baby bit.
You have to make a baby bit
Yeah,
off
you
the
gotta
top
do a
of
baby
it. That's
bit.
so fast.
Right. So it's like 30 seconds.
Our babies, am I right?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, diapers, you know.
Yeah, like you would have to
No,
be able
gross
to.
and stuff.
It would be like, do you think you could do it?
not yet.
Do you?
Huh?
Yes,
you?
Of course
he
you
bits
could.
all the bit time.
Do you?
He's the
Nah.
big
Do
person.
you? No, there's a time. There's a time limit, and it's a random
He's
like
the big
topic.
guy.
You go. Do you think you could do it?
I would be biting more than I could
You
chew.
should be ready. Wait, do you think you could do it?
Let me time
Probably.
you. Wait, 30
probably,
seconds. I'm
but,
pretty sure I can.
But I'm
You
not
can do it?
confident.
No, I can time you. Do an astronaut bit. 30
Huh?
seconds. Go.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what?
Do an
Is that how we're
bit.
doing the setup?
Is that not it? That's
Does
what I was
no, the
imagining.
question is, does everybody get? So that's the thing. Does everybody get the same question? Because then how do we gauge the level of
I
bit?
think.
Oh.
I think.
Yeah.
Because we have to be able to gauge the level of bit.
I think we do similar. Like
Yeah,
within the same.
categories, like
Kind
science.
yeah. If we say let's say careers, like you said, astronaut, right?
Mm.
So let's say you get astronaut, and then you get rocket scientist.
Mm.
Like, what would the bit even be?
That's what I was
Exactly.
saying.
I mean, it would always start off with space, am I right?
Two babies in the camera in space.
Gosh, it would be so hard to figure out that bit.
Yeah.
I want to go and work on it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I want to go work on the formulation of
Oh,
how,
yeah,
like,
bit.
because I have to figure out how we would gauge. Like, do we just do this like out of a hat, or it's like, Imagine they're like exploitation versus exposure. Then it turned into the Bitcast. Kind of like that.
And
We're
how would
doing-
you gauge the bits? Would it be your bit has risen or
That's
your
what I'm
bit has
saying. We
fallen?
have to figure that out. That's why I'm saying the formula, because it
Yeah.
can't just be based off of laughter,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? But I think like you have to like,
Substance.
I think you have to use like certain amount of puns,
Oh god.
right? So you'd have to use, we'd have to be very pun heavy.
Fun fueled.
What else would we have to use? Obviously, situation, circumstance, and then we have to have the land.
Yeah.
Ish, guys, this has the makings of something that will just
Yeah.
harass people.
I think it would be great. So if you guys want us to do a live stream of an office bid off, where we bite off more than we can chew, make sure you guys like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things.
That's what allows us to do more bits.
Yeah, did I already do my unapologetic take?
No.
I thought I did.
No.
We started talking about doing a bit off when you're supposed to do unapologetic.
Jeez.
Because I talked about bits.
I was more concerned about doing the bits. You can't be exploited if you haven't been exposed. And you have to be exposed in order to be exploited.
That part.
So they are intertwined with one another because at any given moment, that can change. And so don't look at it as a finite thing. There's a lot of room for gray area.
But what you should look at is this wine.
Our wines, we have the book. We have not plugged, like the last couple podcasts, we haven't been plugging. I feel like you guys have gotten confident.
You see, that's why the network comes in.
What
Here.
The network never
We
helps
have
us
been
plug.
plugging.
We have been.
We did this because
You-
we were doing bits.
You haven't been plugging.
I have been
We've
plugging.
been
We have
plugging.
been working
Yeah, you guys have been
tirelessly
working.
to plug your stuff.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying on the podcast.
Yes.
Have we been doing
Yes,
it?
Yeah, I plugged
I've
just
been
now
plugging.
while
We're
you
doing
guys
it,
were
Dr. Jock.
laughing.
Are they watching
And
it?
then I was
They were too
laughing
deep
and
in the
saying
bits.
check the unapologetic
I was-
while I was laughing.
Yeah, no, I was in deep in bits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was deep
You're,
in the
you're,
bits.
you're a bit deep.
That was a bit deep.
That's a bit
He
concerning.
was
That's a bit
He was getting a
concerning.
bit too deep.
All right, guys. So, as always, this is Denham Richards with Unapologetic Podcast. We're here to force, destroy, and kill. So you look at the business of entertainment and everything after and beyond. Get ready for our BitCon. We'll be selling tickets soon, so watch out for BitCons. That will be international soon. And remember, as always, go opulent.
Go global.